Hey everyone, Spiffy Pony here. So by the time you're watching this, I'm probably having my root canal right now. So that will surely be fun. But I decided to sort of make this rant video, you can call it. It's quite different from my other content, but who cares? I want to talk about AI and how especially recently, have been worrying about its impact on YouTube specifically. Now, we could talk about AI and its impact on the environment and other stuff like that, but I feel like how it also affects our entertainment is also an important uh, topic to talk about when it comes to generative AI. Now, I'm sure most of you have noticed the influx of not just like AI slop, like, I don't know, AI Fruit Love Island or other stuff like that, clearly generative AI like content, but also the rise of a more elusive kind of AI content, kind of AI content that you won't immediately notice or catch on unless you're actively searching for it. And I like to call these sorts of videos AI video essays. A good example would be someone like Sponge Truths. In case you're not aware, they are a sponge tuber. They make content primarily focusing on SpongeBob, and there's two great YouTubers I've watched cover this topic. I can't remember the first one, but I know the second one's Awe. I'm putting him up on screen. You can go check him out. It's very obvious once you start to notice certain patterns that like YouTube, like Sponge Truths and YouTubers like Sponge Truths are clearly and very blatantly AI. There's some other channels though that are more, hard to immediately tell. Someone like No Villains Are Safe. They also use AI, or at least are speculated to use AI. And I dislike these videos more, like these essay-styled sort of videos that use AI more than the, like, I don't know, AI Fruit Love Island stuff. Because with that, you can at least immediately understand that it's AI and, it's not really worth your time. But with like these AI video essays, you can't immediately tell. Although you can start to notice some patterns, which can help you. For example, they say, this is a very common, they tend to say it's not this, it's that. That's a very common indicator. But as I was saying, in my opinion, it's the most blatant form of. It's not just lazy. It's not only lazy. It's also just plagiarism, because AI is not capable of independently coming up and writing an essay. It may look like it is, but at the end of the day, it's just taking all these different online sources, stuff you can find online, and compiling it all together. I'm sorry, I don't have a script here. I'm kind of freeballing it. They compile it all together, and like a parrot, they just spit out the correct series of words. So once you like tinker with AI long enough, it's very easy to see like certain phrases they throw out, because they all like use the same, script essentially. And here's another thing: AI is very incapable of using critical thinking. They can't actually analyze anything, like on a fundamental level. It may look like they are, but they really can't. And I also think that's pretty messed up. It's also just dishonest, because a lot of these channels will actively hide the fact that they are using AI, because most people, for the most part, I know there are probably some people, but most people do not want to watch AI generated content. So in a way, it's just very dishonest. And another issue is that these are very easy to make and pump out. All you really need is just like a small, probably underpaid team to edit, to edit. Sometimes voice act. Sometimes you don't even need a voice actor though. You can just use AI nowadays. But you don't even need a voice actor. You could just use AI. You might need a editor or a thumbnail maker, and then you can easily, like every week or so, pump out these 30 long, 30-minute long videos. I've watched quite a fair bit of other people reacting to AI content farm Slop, and they always, it's very, I guess the word would be mind-numbing. It's very repetitive to an extent. And like I said earlier, there's nothing of substance. There's nothing of substance really in any of it. It's a time waster. It's something you turn on in the background as background noise, or it accidentally autoplays while you're sleeping. It's just filler. And the idea of YouTube possibly being overrun, which it very well could be, AI slop, content farms taking over YouTube, that is a possible reality. It's not a reality I would really like to see come to fruition. I think more people should be worried about this. My main point, I'm sorry if I'm all scatterbrained, but it's 3 a.m. My main point is how this sort of content is going to, and is already damaging things. It's damaging the YouTube space, like the videos and content that are on YouTube. It's damaging media literacy as well. That's the other big thing. It's damaging media literacy and how people analyze content and media and entertainment, because AI is like I said earlier, it's incapable of critically analyzing really anything. So the most they can do, this is very common if you see these sorts of videos, all they can really do is just give a very basic plot synopsis of whatever they're talking about, and that's it. 9 times out of 10, that's it. You can watch, I watched every one. I'm trying to think of an example of one of these content farms, AI content farms. I'll talk about No Villain is Safe again. He I don't know if he still makes that sort of those videos, but he made those what if this cartoon character was charged for their crimes, and every single video is just a very basic summary of whatever episode, and then at the end they might throw in a random fine or charge, and that's it. Almost nothing about the legal process or anything like that. It's not a bad concept. It's just that AI is incapable of doing it in an interesting way. So, yeah, in conclusion, in a nutshell, I know I'm rambling a lot, but I just want to get this off my chest because it's very disappointing to see. The times today are pretty rough. So it also sucks to see this platform continue. It's been degrading for a while, but even degrade even more. So yeah. I'm off to get my root canal.